Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are good and safe at your place. So, welcome back to maths class. And in this class, we'll continue the same chapter, tens and hundreds. In this chapter, we have already studied about the decimals. We studied the decimal numbers and we studied about their whole part, integral part, decimal part, and the fractional part. And we studied about different type means how to write numbers in decimals also, and we studied about 1/10, 100, 1000s and all. We studied about the place value of decimal numbers, and we have also done the expanded form of decimal numbers and expanded form to short form. This also we have done. Now today we have to start with the converting decimal fraction to decimal numbers. Means a fraction is given, a fraction will be given, and you have to convert that fraction into decimal. And for this, what you have to do for converting the fraction into decimal, first of all you have to count the zeros in the denominator. So as you can see in this case, so in this case also you can see 7 upon 10 is there, and in 7 upon 10 you have to check the denominator. So in the denominator it is 10, so 7 by 10 it is. So 10 in 10, how many zeros are there? Only one zero is there, only one zero is there. So we will put a decimal point before one number digit. So 7 is only one digit, so before 7 we'll put a decimal, so it will become 0.7. So this will be the decimal form of the number. Write the numerator and starting from the right, put the decimal point before as many digits as there in the zero in the denominator. This we have done. Means what you have to do, you have to check that how many zeros are there. So in the second one, 1 2 3 zeros are there. How many zeros are there? 3 zeros are there. So these 3 zeros, from starting from the right hand side, you will start from this hand side and you will put digit point in the third place. So one first place, second place and the third place. So point will come here and it will become 0.296. 0.296 or 0.296, both are same thing, so don't get confused, both are same. Similarly, in this 96, how many zeros are there in the denominator? Only one zero is there in the denominator, so we will put a decimal before one number. So starting from the right hand side, so before one number it will be 9.6, so the answer will be 9.6. This way you can convert the fraction into decimal. But if it is like this, if means these numbers are there, 10 100 is not there, so what you will do? Only 1 upon, see, if it is 4 by 20, 4 by 20, so this zero system you can only take when it is 1 upon 10, 1 upon 100, means power of 10 100 is there. If 20 30 40 is there, you cannot apply the same thing. So for this, what you can do, you can change this denominator into the powers of 10. How can you do that? It is 20, so you can simply, there are two method of doing this. First is, you can simply cut it upon 20 is there, so you can cut it 2 to the 4 and 2 5 the 2 to the 4 and 2 1 the 2 0, 2 by 10, 2 by 10 it comes. So now it is in power of 10. Now you can put the zeros. So how many zeros are there? Only one zero is there, so it will be 0.2 will be the answer. Other method of doing is this, 4 upon 20 is there, try to convert the denominator to the power of 10. So how you will do that? You can multiply 20 by 5 in the numerator and 5 in the denominator. You will get 20 by 100. That will be equals to, when you two zeros are there, so 1 and 2 place, this will be 0.20. Okay, so So why we have divided by 20, multiplication by 20 and again multiplication by 20? So because we want the 100, and if you are not multiplying both the numbers by same, means numerator and denominator should be multiplied or divided by the same number. So I'm multiplying by 5 in the numerator and in the denominator both. Similarly, it is 1 upon 10. So this is very easy. You can directly do it. 0.1 it will be. If it is 6 upon 10, it will be 0.6. So this is also in your maths workbook. This is also in your maths workbook, page number 61, question number 3. So you can do it from there. You can practice these questions from there. Now after this, it is convert decimal number to the fraction. You have to convert decimal numbers to the fraction. Before this, what we were doing, fraction to decimal number. Now it is decimal numbers to fraction. And for this, what you have to do, write the decimal number without the decimal point as the numerator. If it is 7.1, okay, so write this number as 71. Don't write the decimal. Okay, now after this, write 1 followed by as many as zeros as the number of digits in the decimal part. So now make a denominator 1, write 1. Okay, and how many numbers are there after decimal? So after decimal only one number is there, so write 10. So it is 71 by 10 is the correct answer. Now if it is like this, if it is like, if it is 6.17, if it is like this, so in this case what you will do, you will write 617 and see the decimal point. Decimal point is here, and after decimal point how many numbers are there? Two numbers are there, 1 and 2. So put two zeros in the denominator. So this is the answer, 617 divided by 100 or upon 100. Let's see more example of this. It is 0.8, so it will be 8 by 10. Similarly, it is 0.096, so it will be 96 by 1000, because after decimal how many numbers are there? Three numbers are there, so 96 by 1000 is the correct answer. Now just see the shifting decimal in case of multiplication. So there is very easy way of multiplying and dividing these numbers, these decimal numbers, by 10 powers of 10. So let's see, if it is 168, sorry, 5.168 multiplied by 10. If we have to multiply 5.168 by 10, so how you will do? First thing is, you can do that this by the long division method, and the short trick is, yes, there's a short trick also. Now how you can use that? See, for this short trick you have to keep one thing in mind, that whenever we multiply, the point shift towards the right hand side. Whenever we multiply, the point shift towards the right hand side, and whenever we divide, the point shift towards the left hand side. The point shift towards the left hand side in the case of division, and the point shift towards the left hand side in the case of, sorry, in the case of multiplication, the point shift towards the right hand side, and in the case of division, this point shift towards the left hand side. This thing you have to keep in your mind. Okay, now let's try to solve this question. So in this question it is 5.68 multiplied by 10. So 5.68 multiplied by 10, and what I said, when you are multiplying the things, the point will shift towards the right hand side. Yes or no? So how many zeros are there in this 10? Only one zero is there, so one place we will shift it. So it will be 51.68. 51.6 is, we have shifted the point to one side, towards the right hand side, because only one zero is there. Now 160. Now if it is multiplied by 100, if the same number 5.168 will be multiplied by 100, so in this case you can see how many zeros are there? The case of 5.168 multiplied by 100. In this case, how many zeros are there? 2 zeros are there. So we will shift this point towards two places, 1 and 2. So it will come here in between. So it will be 516.8. 516.8, 516.8. Now if we will do this with 1000, so this point she will shift towards three places. It will be 5168. Now let's see in the case of division. Now in the case of division, we will do similar thing, but in this case we will shift the point towards the left hand side. We have to shift the point towards the left hand side, and it is 5.168 divided by 10. Okay, now we have to shift the point towards the left hand side. You have to keep this in mind that in division we have to shift the point towards the left hand side. Okay, so let's do. So in the denominator, how many numbers are there? How many digits zeros are there? Only one zero is there. So we'll shift the point towards the left hand side to one place. So it will be 0.5168. Okay, if in any number decimal is not given, it is like 5168, no decimal is there, and you have to change this into decimal point. So how you will do? Simple thing, just imagine that you have to keep in mind that decimal will be here. So two zeros are there, so shift this point towards this side, 1 and 2. It will be 51.68. So in this way you can easily divide or multiply the decimal numbers by powers of 10 or powers of 10. So only two things you have to keep in your mind: the position of shifting of zeros in case of multiplication and division. Now in this one, it is in your this maths workbook, page number, it is on page it is on a page question number 16, and this is on your page number 67. It is on page number 67. You have to write these numbers in these in the decimal form. Write the following as decimals. You have to write these as decimal. It is first one is given done for you, 6/10. 6/10 means 6 by 10, so it can be written as 0.6. So I have written 0.6. Similarly, next let's see the next one. It is 32 hundredths, means 32 hundredth. It is so by 100. So it will be 0.32. So what will come? 0.32. Now 6.45. It is 6.45. So you can easily write this 6.45. Now 9.008. This you can do. 8 tenth and 700. 8 is on 10th position and 7 is on 100th position. So you can write it 0.87. Okay. Similarly, other two you will do yourself. Hope everything is clear to you, and try to solve these questions and fill your workbook. Till then, first most important thing, you have to take care of yourself. Sai Ram.